Hello, friends. Good morning, all. Today, I'll talk something on special technology in natural resource management. This lecture shall be in six parts. These are introduction and concepts in remote sensing, geographical information system, and global positioning system. Third will be on remote sensing in identification of groundwater potential areas. Fourth shall be on GIS applications in environmental health and public health care delivery system. Fifth shall be in application in special techniques in degraded forest management and climate change mitigation. Sixth and final sub-theme shall be special technology in Swachh Bharat mission and smart city management, and finally inclusion. So, as you know, remote sensing, geographical information system, and global positioning system are components of special technology. Special technology play extremely important role in natural resource management and all the events associated with environment. Natural resources are central to human well-being. We cannot live without the clean air we breathe, the plants we eat, and the water we drink, and other associated resources. We need natural resources for food, clothes, and to put roof over our heads and heat our homes. We need natural resources to survive and to thrive. So imbalance, maybe due to over exploitation in natural resource, creates a lot of environmental problems. And to solve the environmental problem, spatial technology play extremely important role. So natural resources are basically, as all of you know, can be living or non-living. Some resources such as trees and plants, they are renewable because they regenerate relatively quickly. Deforestation alone is responsible for about 12% of the world's anthropogenic greenhouse emissions. Therefore, changes in climate would alter the configuration of forest ecosystem, which improve air quality. So there is a need for clean development mechanism. Data related to forest or all environmental issues or ecosystems and its various components can be special and non-special. They are integrated in GIS, and then analysis and modeling is done using satellite data and other data for better planning and management of natural resources, wildlife, conservation of resources, and so on. You are aware that Stockholm Declaration has basic three principles, that is Principle 2, Principle 3, and Principle 5, which has emphasized on natural resource and their management and importance. Now let us discuss concepts in remote sensing. Remote sensing means getting information about an object from a distance without coming its actual contact physically. So it is a science of getting reflected energy on the imagery in the paper as well as digital format. So we can observe the reflected energy. Remote sensing can be active or passive. If a satellite has source of energy its own, then it is active remote sensing, or if source may be other than itself, maybe it's like sunlight or sometimes moonlight, which is dim basically, then in such cases the remote sensing is passive remote sensing. So energy is reflected from any object on the earth surface, and that reflected energy is captured by the sensor of the satellite, and that information is studied. That is the concept in remote sensing basically. We know electromagnetic spectrum, all of us we know. Human eye can see within visible range only, but remote sensing can see beyond this visible range in visible UV range, then X-ray side, and this infrared side. So this is the beauty of the remote sensing. Image or photographic interpretation in remote sensing depends on many factors such as size, shape, pattern, texture, contrast, shadow, volume, orientation, or association of the object on Earth's surface. So imagery can be black and white, I mean satellite data or imagery, or it can be color. So remote sensing system use 4 type of resolutions. That is, spatial resolution means what size we can resolve. Then spectral resolution, that means what wavelengths do we use. Radiometric resolution tells the degree of detailed observations or observed objects. And 4th is temporal resolution. How often do we observe? So temporal resolution means basically time cycle, when one particular satellite or a scanner scans a particular swath or area. That is repeat cycle. Temporal resolution relates to that. Satellite data or imagery can be true or color composite or false color composite satellite data. In true color, we sometimes through human eyes cannot visualize different objects. We cannot differentiate sometimes different objects. But in false color composite satellites, we easily can differentiate different objects or different crops in a field or different water body. Some may be less polluted, some may be more polluted. So we can differentiate using false color composite data. So remote sensing or satellite data, due to its synoptic coverage, means it covers a very large area, repetitive data gathering capability. It can repeatedly gather on a particular space or a particular place or area. Then spatial information, that means information of an object is exactly longitudinal wise as well as latitudinal wise known. It is economically cheaper and sustainable technology. Provides real-time data collection and it has computer compatibility. So it is extremely useful. And it can be coupled with GIS or geographical information for management, planning, and better strategies for environment management or natural resource management, whatever it may be, agriculture, product, resources, biodiversity management, ocean fisheries management. It has broad use. So remote sensing data or satellite data are extremely useful for monitoring, assessment, evaluation, planning, decision-making, and feedback mechanism, and management of all components of environment and ecosystems. Satellite or remote sensing data can be spatial or it can be temporal. Productivity in terms of natural resources and functioning of each component of natural resources is monitored precisely through satellite data. Each substance or object reflects a particular wave band, and there is a difference between the reflected wave bands from different objects, and therefore we study and analyze and identify the objects based on the satellite data or remote sensing data. And that can be because there is a difference in physical, chemical, and biological properties of any object. In India, we have best satellite in the world nowadays, Cartosat 3, the satellite data. It in the 2 bands, one is multispectral, which has 1 meter resolution, and the pan mode that has 0.25 meter resolution. That means any object or any feature which is just 0.25 meter on the Earth's surface, that can be captured by satellite data nicely. And we can recognize it through satellite data or remote sensing. So multispectral data have specific utilities, especially for vegetation mapping, classification, quantification, spatial analysis, temporal change detection, disease pattern, epidemiological studies, stress in vegetation, etc. There are some very high resolution satellite data. France and India are leading nowadays in the spatial techniques and satellite data. So remote sensing data or satellite imageries are extremely useful for environmental scientists to observe any event that can be land cover, boundaries, threat or damage or topography or any disease occupying area, to monitor the change in forest cover, range conditions, land use pattern, or mining area or natural resource exploration areas, and to classify into vegetation and lands in different categories, habitats, etc. To measure the area, distance, height, elevation, etc. And to detect any event, maybe fire, resource use violation, etc. for natural resource management. Because reflected electromagnetic radiations are different for different substance, because the digital number or DN number for all the objects on the Earth's surface are different. Hence, the energy reflected from that object is captured is also different, and therefore we can distinguish or we can recognize the objects. So this was the lecture. One important point I want to include, as I shown you, the spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, because remote sensing can see beyond the visible range both sides. So therefore, if any disease, for example, is there in the plants, maybe viral, fungal, bacterial disease in the leaves in plant, and we cannot see with our eyes, through remote sensing, we can see that also, fixing the false color component. That can